to get that next guest up in the box. Everyone, go ahead and drop a MAGA attached to your name down below, attached to your age down below in that comment section. We'll get you pulled up here. That guest got mad, very pissed that I was right, crashed out. Quite frankly, that's what they do. It's the first stage of denial is anger. And I make them angry. Let me tell you, folks, do I make Trump supporters angry? What is going on? All right, we got that next guest loaded in. While we do, real quick, let me make sure that I could thank Michaela for the $10 over on Venmo, just because. Thank you for the love, Michaela and Taylor, with the $20 over on Venmo, saying, I work with a representation group for SSA disability claims. SSA does not mess around with proof of citizenship. You can't even apply if you don't have documentation. If they speculate whatsoever, they're performing a formal interview with harsh deadlines. Yeah, no, seriously, that's right, Taylor. Thank you for the $20 and the information, as well as Lion. Thank you so much for the $10 over on Venmo, and Susanna with the 5. You guys are awesome. What's going on, Maddie? You support Trump?
Well, actually, I just wanted to ask you.
Hi, how old are you? Age, please.
I'm 18. So
Not 18, 16. Move it on. Got to be at least 18 to be on the live. All right, who's the next Trump supporter that wants to give it their best shot? Come on, guys, give it your best shot. Okay, defeat the liberal, defeat the liberal. It's not going to happen because you guys are wrong, very wrong. Hello, Marshall, you support Trump? Oh, Marshall doesn't want to give it his best shot. Marshall says, no, Dean, I'm not going to give it my best shot. Goodbye. Let's see here. Nicole, that is Nikole with a $15 over on PayPal, saying, I admire your patience in face of the kind of cognitive dissonance that these Trump supporters display. I've gotten used to it. It's just like my daily routine now, Nicole. I appreciate you for the $15. Then Ashley with the $5 as well. And Oscar with the $11 and the 11 cents over on Venmo. Good to see Oscar saying that the middle finger pew-pews just sent me to the moon. Come on, I'm having fun with it. I'm glad that you're having fun with it too. Hey, if you're watching and you're like, hey, I like this Dean guy, and you like the debates and you like the content, feel free to support me via Venmo or PayPal. You could find both my Venmo, my PayPal in the link tree in my TikTok bio. I get 100% of those proceeds. And if you can't tell, we've been trying to read every single one of them off. Now, welcome in, Lacey. Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
How old are you?
22.
What year are you born in?
2002, November 5th.
What are your pronouns?
She.
Okay, phenomenal. Do you have like a headset on or a Bluetooth device connected at all?
Yes, I do. I have headphones in.
If you could take the headphones out, that'd be great. It'd just make the audio quality about 1 billion times better.
Is that better?
Speak again?
Is that better?
Surprisingly not much better, but it's good enough. So tell us, why do you support Trump?
What do you think of what he's doing with Iran?
God, you sound so young. I have a question. Do you have a job?
Yes, I do.
What's a W-2? Got him. Got him. We got him, everybody. We got the fetus. We got the fetus. We're going to move on to the next guest. Here we go. We got Sonia loading up into the box. We got him, guys. We got him. That's how you get him, everybody. That's how you get him. What's going on, Sonia? Do you support Trump?
No, not at all. I just wanted to thank you for everything you do with putting out the right information. Jesse and everybody will not take the time to just look up basic information as I-10. We pay so much. I've been here since I was 2. I'm a DACA recipient. It's so easy to find this information. I have to pay for my employment every 2 years just to be able to work. I have to pay into social services. I do not get any of these social services. I've called Covered California. This last year, we paid $10,000 a year in IRS because my husband had a good job. On top of that, I work for disabled. I work for the disabled with IHSS. My kids do not have Medi-Cal. We do not get anything, but we can get emergency Medi-Cal that is funded by the state.
Thank you so much for coming up. I disconnected you because I don't want to put your identity at risk. Thank you so much for coming up and sharing your experiences. That is the reality of it, everybody. That is the reality of it, everybody. Thank you so much for coming up and sharing your experiences. But once again, I disconnected you before I responded or said anything else, just so I didn't put your identity at risk. But thank you so much for coming up here. Show some love to Sonia down below in that chat. And welcome in P. Dot. Feel free to unmute that microphone. I'd love to hear from you and why you support Trump. How old are you?
You're a liberal.
That is right. I am a liberal. How old are you? Oh. 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 Oh, guys, he owned me. Oh, God, I've been shot. Oh, no. Oh, no, I'm going to melt. I'm going to die, everybody. I'm going to die. He called me a liberal. Jesus, fuck. Moving on to the next guest. Here we go. We got Marcella loading up in. Tim, thank you for the... Loading up in. That is an echo right there. Tim, thank you so much for the $100 super chat over on YouTube, saying transferred some of my money out of my business account to pay for 1/10 of that bet. Now I'm supporting the Galler. Well, you didn't even take the bet, but Tim, I appreciate you for the love. Let's spam at least 1,000 Tim W's. That is so kind, and that is so much money. Thank you, Tim. Welcome in, James. Do you support Trump?
I do.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
Have we spoken before?
No.
Phenomenal. Well, let's hop into the debate. But real quick before we do, Anna, thank you for the $10 on Venmo from a childless cat lady. Shout out to you. Alyssa, thank you for the $15 over on Venmo. And yes, that's the answer to the question. Thank you for the $15. Hillary, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo. Just saying regulator. I don't even know what that means, but thank you nonetheless. Paige with the $10 saying Culver's spotted. Craig Culver. Well, that's awesome. I love his food. I love Craig Culver's food. Thank you for the $10, Paige. And then Susanna for another $5. That is incredibly kind of you, as well as Audrey. Thank you so much for the $15. And Tristan with the $15. Tristan says, flex your biceps. Dean says, no. Audrey says, you're doing such a good job at educating people. Thank you for the love, Audrey. Take it away, James. Why do you support Trump?
Hey, Dean. I think the biggest thing for me, and I know you definitely know more than me about a lot of things, and I kind of do support his idea with going and doing the things that he did in Iran. I agree that it wasn't really our war, and I don't think that we should have done anything, but I also think it saved us from future wars.
Okay, so you just contradicted yourself. You said you support it, but you don't support it. Which one is it?
I do support it. I think it saved us from dealing with something that could be a problem in the future.
Okay. Why? Is it because you think that they're going to have nukes?
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, they're not really the most intelligent with the building of the nukes, but I think us taking care of it will solve a big problem.
Right.
And not having to do any wars with this in the future.
So you know that we actually have no clue where their enriched uranium is. We gave them a heads up, and they knew that we were considering it, so they moved it all out. That's coming from the White House. But let me ask you a question here. If that's going to be such a big issue, that could start a future nuclear war. If a president gave them a green light to continue the development of their nuclear technology, do you think that president should have been impeached?
For what? Sorry, what did you say?
For giving Iran the green light to further their development of nukes.
Well, we already told them they can't do that, and I guess I don't really know the most information about that, but we told them not to do that, and they shouldn't be allowed.
I know, but if a president gave them that green light, right? Do you think that president should be impeached?
Are you saying that Trump did that?
If Trump did that, should Trump be impeached?
Well, all I've heard from Trump is that he said they should not do that.
If Trump did that, should Trump be impeached?
I guess yes, that's the answer then.
So Trump did do that when he pulled us out of the nuclear peace agreement that we had signed with the country in 2018. It was a nuclear peace agreement where Iran, agreed to stop further development of all nuclear technology, gave 90% of their enriched uranium to Russia, which was a part of the deal, and allowed IAEA 24/7 access and surveillance to all of their nuclear facilities, and they reported no violations in 3 years. So you just said that Trump should be impeached.
Okay, well, thank you for telling me that, I guess, because that's something I just did not know.
Yeah, of course, man.
Thank you.
Oh. All right, that's what I want to talk about. Good convo, James. Short and sweet, right to the point. Moving on, here we go. Go ahead and drop a Maggie down below in that chat if you'd like to come up and debate. Just looking for that next Trump supporter. Hey, man, that was a good one. Thank you. Short and sweet, right to the point. That was good. I like that. Incredible. Phenomenal. What's going on, Big Willie? What a name. I'm going to call you Ryan instead. I'm not going to be calling you Big Willie. Jesus Christ. Lauren, thank you for the $15 over on Venmo. Lauren says, let's let it load here. It's taking a minute to load. Lauren says, I work for CPS since Trump took office. Job Corp has closed. We stopped being able to provide daycare vouchers and refugee children are scared. It's only made my job of trying to help children worse, but that's the pro-birth crowd. Thank you for all that you do, Dean. Lauren, that is terrible. Yeah, I heard about that, Lauren. Thank you for dropping that message. I mean, I'm sure that there's a bunch of people in here that didn't know that. And thank you for the $15 donation. What's going on? Ryan, take it away. Do you support Trump?
Yes, sir.
Oh, God, it just makes me physically repulse. You know, like the idea of somebody supporting Trump, like you're either incredibly uneducated or like there's something wrong, you know?
No, there's nothing wrong, buddy.
Okay, take it away. Why do you support Trump?
No, I really just wanted to ask you, are you a racist?
Am I racist? Nope.
What makes you say that?
What makes
You've been
me
caught
say
saying the
I'm
N-word all the
not
time.
Racist. I've been caught saying the N-word all the time. So what you're talking about is the fact that I wasn't caught in anything. I've always spoken about this. Is that there's screenshots of me using the N-word to refer to a friend that were posted from when I was 14. Yeah, no, man, I've been talking about that since I started building the platform on TikTok. Now, the reason I'm saying I'm not racist today, even though it's obviously racist to use slurs such as what I did when I was younger, was for 3 reasons. I'd say changing my character, beliefs, virtues, attitudes, etc., holding myself accountable, and a sincere apology. I've met all those 3 criteria, and I think that I'm significantly better than I was, and I don't think I'm racist.
So what makes you call Trump a racist?
Because he hasn't fulfilled those 3 qualities for anything that he's ever done that's been racist. When have you seen Donald Trump hold himself accountable for saying that people shouldn't vote for Obama since he's black?
I've never heard him say that.
Yeah, no. He perpetuated the birther myth saying that Obama was born in Kenya, right? Therefore, he's not constitutionally eligible for the presidency. Yeah, that's fucking racist, bro. Holy shit, that's racist. Or even when he called all black people lazy in the 90s, denied housing to black individuals because they were black in 1973, perpetuated the myth of the Central Park Five, saying that they should be sentenced to death, and he didn't apologize for that even until after they were exonerated. He still upheld that same position. Jesus Christ. I mean, he said that we could racially profile immigrants. That was to Hannity like less than 2 months ago.
It's not really racially profiling immigrants. It's
No,
just
he said you could look at them and tell if they're good or bad.
I mean, 9 times out of 10, you can. Because, I mean, if you got tattoos of MS-13, I mean, 9 times out of 10, you're a bad immigrant.
Yeah. What are MS-13 tattoos? Tell me.
MS-13 tattoos.
Like what? What is an MS-13 tattoo?
I mean, you can look it up on your own. I'm not
Wait,
gonna sit here.
I thought that you said you could look at somebody and determine if they're bad by looking at their MS-13 tattoos. So tell us,
I'm just
what are the
telling you,
tattoos?
I'm just saying. I mean, you could, like I said, you could look it up on your own time.
Oh, so you don't know. So you also agree that no, we can't just look at an immigrant and determine if they're
No,
bad.
I'm just not going to go on Google and search up MS-13 tattoos.
Google?
Tell you what they are.
Google. Okay, so what about, calling all black people lazy, saying people shouldn't vote for Obama because he's black, not running to black people? What about that?
Did he say that black people are lazy?
Yeah, he said that in 1991, then affirmed that something that he probably said in 1997 when asked by a reporter 6 years for a follow-up. The other reporter was like, we have you on record saying this. Did you say this? And he was like, yeah, I probably did.
Oh, shit. My fault.
Right? So that's obviously racist. So that's why, so those are racist things that Donald Trump did. He hasn't changed his character. He hasn't held himself accountable. He hasn't apologized. He's still racist today.
I don't see that he's racist because, I mean, he's done more for black communities than Obama did.
Yeah, name one thing he's done for black Americans, please.
Ah, shit. Well, you got me there.
Fuck. So why do you just lie like that? Is it, dude, like, this has to be, like, an issue. Like, whenever, like, you're, like, in a position where you don't know what to say, do you just make something up?
No, I'm just not a professional debater, and I could give a fuck less.
Well, then why did you even say that? Why did you say he's done a lot for black Americans? What led you to saying that?
I don't know.
Come on. It's like you're a 4-year-old and I caught your hand in the candy jar.
No, I don't eat candy.
We're waiting.
I just said I don't eat candy, bitch.
Don't call me a bitch.
Bitch.
Why are you doing that? That's mean.
And?
Calm down.
I'm supposed to fuck.
Why are you getting emotional now? Come on, you lose the debate, then you're just like, bitch. Dude.
No, I didn't really lose anything. I'm just sitting here, honestly.
So why do you support Trump? Let's try again.
Why do I support Trump?
Yeah.
Well, immigration. Really, truthfully, the big beautiful bill.
Yeah, the BBB.
All the good shit.
Do you know why it's taken like a month to even maybe pass the Senate? It hasn't even passed yet. It's still caught up there. Do you know why?
I mean, I'm guessing because it's going to cost a lot.
Yeah, $4 trillion, and then the CBPP tells it's gonna reduce the after-tax income for 80% of Americans. Those are some very compelling reasons not to support it. Jennifer, thank you for the $25 over on Venmo. Show some love to Jennifer in that chat. Jennifer says, "Thank you, Dean, for educating so many young people. I've been able to hone in on my own debating skills by listening to you. You are truly a gem." Thank you, Jennifer, as well as Johnny with the $20. That's awesome. Johnny says, "Dean, I really fucking love you, bro. I want to learn more about what's going on in politics someday, so I could be as educated as you." Johnny, I love you too, dude. That's awesome. Show some love to Johnny. As well as to Madison with the 5, Destiny with the 5, and Mateo with the $15, saying, "I love the debates and appreciate everything that you do. It truly is inspirational." Dude, Mateo, that's so kind of you. You guys are awesome. Show some love to them down below in that box. As well as Cameron with a $10 saying, "Get yourself a Culver slushie." Okay, I'll use that $10 to do that. I'm going to have to give it a try. Jose with a 10 and Lucilia with a 1 penny. I appreciate you guys so much. Take it away.
Oh, dude, the crazy thing is I'm sitting here reading the comments, and they're like, well, the first thing he said was immigration. I'm 50% Hispanic. My dad got deported when I was younger.
Dude, that must have sucked, right?
I mean, it sucks, but he was over here. Well, actually, what sucked was the reason he got sent back.
So you could agree, you have personal testimony to the fact that mass deportation rips families apart, creating lifelong trauma, and mass deportation doesn't do anything to help this country. It only hurts it, socially and economically speaking. So you obviously shouldn't support it, yet you do. Why is that?
Well, my dad didn't get deported because he was an illegal immigrant.
Okay, we can only deport non-citizens.
Well, he got actually, he went to court and they told him that he had to go back. They revoked his citizenship because he got caught selling drugs.
Okay, we're going to move on to the next guest. Here we go, everybody. We got Gomi loading into that live. Give us a minute here. Hello, do you support Trump, Gummy? And Gummy says goodbye. Oh, shit, there goes the anxiety pin. Whoopsie, poopsie. Moving on, here we go. Okay, who's next? Let's see. Let's go to get Joyce Marie up in this live. And then also I'm going to go and check out the news, see if there's any updates on Iran as soon as we can get Joyce loaded in. Hi, Joyce.
Hey, son, how are you doing?
I'm not your son.
You're right. You're a little boy, though. And you're somebody's son.
Oh, I'm a little
So
boy.
I wanted to see if you could answer my question today.
I would like
No,
to.
I wanted to see if you could answer my question today before
it's not time for us to move on.
So can you answer the question I asked you 2 days ago? 3 days ago?
Almost. I'm not a little boy. Okay. I'm a grown man. Take it back right now. Don't be rude.
Because all right. Oh, I'm not going to be rude. I was going to tell you the last person you had was rude.
Then take it back.
Right, I take it back. I felt bad for you for a second. You didn't deserve that. Okay, but I'm still wanting your professional opinion on who should run this country right now.
Oh, who should run this country?
You couldn't answer me a couple.
Yeah. Put Kamala Harris up in that White House. Fuck yes. Hell yeah.
Where is she?
Where is she? She's probably at her home in California.
California.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. She hasn't had much to say. What would she do?
You have an echo. Do you have any like Bluetooth device connected, external speakers, etc.? It's just a little bit echoey there, Joyce.
I know you're kind of echoing too, so I'm not sure. Let me walk in a different space.
Yeah, that might work.
So that's who you would pick to run the country is Kamala?
Yes, and I want to know why you support Trump.
Kamala?
Her name is dude. You literally, oh my god, you pronounced her name right, and then you corrected yourself to pronounce it wrong.
This is why I do.
Joyce,
will tell you why
what the fuck?
I still don't understand
you demon. You fucking demon. How can you do that? You pronounced her name right, and then you corrected yourself to pronounce it wrong.
He follows through with what he says.
Oh, really? Okay, well, first and foremost, once again, don't mispronounce Kamala Harris's name again. And then second of all, one second. You said that he follows through with what he does. Could you read that for us?
You want me to read what I said?
No, Joyce, I want you to read this. Can you read that for us?
No, my screen's too small. I don't get money off of social media for that big
Okay, I don't know where like my
screen.
income. I think what? Okay, Joyce, can you read that? I mean, it's obviously big enough on your screen.
Yeah.
It says pro peace
It looks
ticket.
like Donald Trump is hugging his vice president that we voted for.
Okay, so it says pro peace ticket. So obviously they're not a pro peace ticket. They've restarted war in the Middle East. They also said that they're going to slash prices so fast on day one that their heads would spin.
Yes or no? Listen, yes or no? Is he?
Allison, thank you for the $5 over on Venmo. And Alyssa, thank you for the $10 as well. Show some love to Allison and Alyssa down below in that chat. Go ahead.
Yeah, woo, woo. Keep it boy going. Listen, I just asked you to answer a question. Is he deporting illegal immigrants?
Yeah,
yes or no, whether you like it or not.
He's deporting undocumented immigrants, and I don't like it.
Yeah. I do like it because I was a victim of an illegal immigrant crime that couldn't be prosecuted because he wasn't documented. So you want an answer? What do you mean? What do you mean? What?
If an undocumented immigrant commits a crime in this country, they can still be prosecuted. Silly goose.
Not if they can't find them because they're not documented.
Wait.
So when it happens to your
police
sister
also
or your
can't
mom
find
or your
citizens
grandma,
at points.
you know what? Then there's a bigger problem than getting people who shouldn't legally be here out. They can come in our country legally. You can't go to any other country in the world.
So true.
The way people come into it.
Right. So because everybody else is doing it, we got to do it too. No. Here's my question. So because every other I have a question. So because every other developed country in this world has universal health care, we should have it too, right?
I didn't say that. You're trying to take over the conversation. I asked you a question.
Okay. See how your logic contradicts? Well, bam.
Tell me one other country that would let a illegal American come into their country and then pay for their health care and give them a driver's license. Answer the question. One country.
There's not a single.
Can you answer that?
There's not a single country on earth, including America, that does that.
We're not doing that?
No.
Because my tax dollars are going towards healthcare for illegal immigrants. And I'm all for them coming to the country.
Wait, really? What state do you live in? What state do you live in? What state do you live in? What state do you live in?
I live in Arizona.
Arizona.
On the border, where they're all flooding in and flooding out.
Okay, so actually, Joyce, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. There is not a single penny out of the tax dollars that you pay that is directed to...
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Joyce, shut the fuck up. Let me finish speaking.
Who's paying for their health care?
Muted. That's crazy. You're muted, so I can finish speaking. You live in Arizona. Not a single penny of the taxes that you pay goes towards healthcare for undocumented immigrants. And this is true. The reason I know this is true is because undocumented immigrants don't receive federal benefits. However, they do receive some benefits in some states, like California with Medi-Cal. But because you live in Arizona, a red state that does not have state tax dollar funded healthcare benefits for undocumented immigrants, you specifically don't have a single dollar that you're paying in taxes to the federal, state, or local government that is being spent on healthcare for undocumented immigrants. Destroyed. Come back to the live, Joyce. Don't run away. Don't be like that. This isn't you. Come back, Joyce. Please. Please. While she's coming back, Brielle, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo, saying that Joy's pathetic. Yeah, she is. Thanks for the $10, Brielle. Sandra with a $1, and then Madison with a $5. Thank you so much for the love. Oh no! Oh no, she ran away. How could she? That's terrible. Finn, thank you so much for the $10 over on PayPal, correcting my pronunciation of nuclear. I know I need to get better at that, Finn. As well as Anna, thank you so much for the $30 over on PayPal, saying I used to be a libertarian. Two, and I'm wondering if any of your videos talk. It looks like we got to expand the donation while we're doing that. We're going to go to get that next guest up in here, so give us a minute. Gabriella is loading in. Anna says, I used to be libertarian too, and I was wondering if any of your videos talking about how you moved from libertarian to liberal. Hi, Gabriella. How old are you?
I'm 18.
I don't believe you. I think the shift away from libertarian isn't something that I have any videos on, but I mean, I should. I guess the reason why I don't is because there's not too many libertarians, but I do really appreciate you for the $30, Anna. That is incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much. As well as Melanie. Thank you so much for the $15 over on PayPal. Show some love to Melanie down below in that chat, saying that Kamala Harris is probably at home laughing because she told us this would happen. Dude, she predicted the future. I'm not going to lie. She completely has. Moving on to the next guest. If you're MAGA, let us know down below in that comment section. Zinnia, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo, saying keep up the good work. I appreciate that, Zinnia. Mystery Man has quite a loud background noise, so unfortunately we're going to kick Mystery Man and move on. We got Brian loading up. Amanda, thank you for the $1 over on Venmo, and Michael, thank you for the $5 on Venmo for muting Joyce. What's going on, Brian? You support Trump?
Of course.
Okay, your mic sucks. Either you got to fix it or I got to move on.
Is it better now?
No, Brian. Do you have any type of Bluetooth device connected?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, dude, you turn off that Bluetooth device. We're ready to rock and roll, buddy.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, just swipe down in the top right-hand corner of your phone screen. Oh, try again.
Is it better now?
It is. I can hear a TV in the background, though. Is there possibly a more quiet room that you could go into?
Okay, I left him. All right. You good?
Yeah, Brian, take it away. Tell us why you support the man, the myth, the failure, President Trump.
Why not? What is he doing that's so bad?
Yeah, only resending us back into war in the Middle East, raping women and perving on naked teenagers.
Wait, who said? What's that coming from?
At which point?
No, what are you saying? You're saying he's doing that, or his supporters are doing that?
No, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, that's all made up bullshit.
Oh, really? Well, he admitted to perving on naked teenagers, and a court determined that he raped a woman. So shut the hell up, bro.
Okay, but what is that got to do with what's going on right now?
What's that got? Wait, what's the fact that our president is a rapist child, PRVE?
Who did he rape, though? Who did he rape?
Her name was E. Jean Carroll.
E. Jean Carroll, that lion? Yeah.
Oh, she's a liar. She's a liar.
That one?
Oh,
he said he wouldn't even touch her with a stick. So?
Wait, your defense that the jury was wrong is that he said he didn't do it?
First of all, nothing ever happened of that. She was a lion. Even
whoa.
She was on.
I'm sorry.
Andy Cohen,
You just
and
caught me.
She said sometimes she fantasizes about stuff like that.
Oh, really? How much are you willing to bet? I want you to put money.
Oh no,
in your
was it
mouth
Andy?
first.
What was his name? The other one.
Anderson Cooper.
Anderson Cooper. You know which one I'm talking about. She's a whack job
I have a question. You're wrong. And
am I wrong? You play the clip.
Let me finish speaking without interrupting me, little boy. Put your money where
little
your mouth
man.
is.
You're a little boy.
Prove that you're not by betting me $100 that you're right.
$100. Well, that's all you want is money because you're like a clickbait guy, right? Everybody's sending you all that shit. That's all you make your money on, right?
That is where my income comes from, and it sounds like you're quite a jealous little man.
I'm not jealous. I have money.
Then why is it if you have money, then put $100 on your claim, little bro.
Well, put $100. You put $100.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I want to bet you $100 that you're wrong. Yep.
Okay, well, so what are you trying to prove here?
So are you going to put $100 on it too?
Well, you have with all the money you're making right now.
Oh, what happened?
Fuck off.
Oh, what happened?
I'm not putting no money. Just find the clip.
Wait, but you just said that you would.
I'm not paying you. Making thousands on this stupid. People are paying you. What the hell? You think I'm that stupid?
I know this is the second time you've mentioned the donations I received in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah,
you're definitely
you probably
jealous.
made $100 or $200 right now by people thinking you're a smart guy.
What's wrong with
Well, I mean, Shania donated me $2 saying I'm a smart guy, so who knows?
Oh, yeah, well, she's not that bright.
Oh, wait, dude, what? Why are you now shitting on the people that are donating to me? Bro, you're pissed.
I'm not pissed. I'm good.
Dude, you just called somebody that donated to me dumb. That's not nice.
And you're calling me dumb. So
okay, yeah, because you're a grape apologist. There's a big difference between you and Shania, sir.
Well, listen, Donald Trump is your president.
Asher, thank you for the galaxy. I really appreciate that as well. Sophia, thank you so much for the $10 over on Venmo. Can you say thank you, Sophia? Or what about Ethan with a $25 donation on PayPal for the clickbait? Thank you for the love, Ethan. Can you say W Ethan real quick, Brian?
W Ethan.
Oh, Rachel,
anyways.
thank you for the $10 over on Venmo as well, just to piss Brian off.
So what is Trump doing that's so terrible?
Pam, thank you so much for the $10 over on Venmo. Just to annoy Brian.
You
I
bring
appreciate
up
you for the love,
PG and
Pam.
Carol and these old
Rachel, thank you so much for the $25 over on
But
Venmo.
nothing
Just to
ever
annoy Brian
happened
a
of
little bit
that.
even more. Thank you so much for the love, Pam and Rachel. You guys are phenomenal. I really appreciate you so much for the love. You guys are awesome. As well as Finn with the $5 and Ryan with a $10 saying Smarty Pants, and Kira with the $25 in honor of Brian. I really appreciate you guys for the love.
I don't
And
know which
Samantha,
drink
thank you
you
so much for the $20 on Venmo. Thank you so much for the love, Samantha, and Sarah with $1 on Venmo, and Kristen
Thank you,
with
everybody, for
$5
paying
over
this
on
guy.
Venmo to piss the guests off, and Addison with the $10 over on PayPal,
Didn't you
and
have a fallout with
Allison
some
with the
kid,
$5
Parker?
over on Venmo, and Axel, thank you for the $10
What
on
happened with
PayPal.
Parker, that
Chris,
other
thank you
kid?
so much for the $5 on Venmo saying that this guest sucks. Macy, thank you so much for the money gun.
What
over
happened with that other
on
kid,
the
Parker?
gifts. Emily,
Yo.
thank you for the $30 over on Venmo from a stupid supporter. I really appreciate you so much for the love. Emily, you guys are phenomenal. As well as Haley with the $2 over on Venmo. Thank you so much for the love. That is incredibly kind. And Abram with the $5 over on PayPal. I appreciate that. And then Nessa, thank you so much for the $10
Thank you.
on Venmo
Gracias.
as well. Thank
De
you so much
nada.
for the $10, Nessa. Okay, we got a message to read here. This is from Trump, as in 5 minutes ago. So we're gonna go ahead and mute Brian and go over the breaking. So this is coming from Trump. Phenomenal. Here we go. Catherine, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. Trump says, "Congratulations to everybody. It has been fully agreed by and between Israel and Iran that there will be a complete and total ceasefire for 12 hours, at which point the war will be considered ended. Officially, Iran will start the ceasefire, and upon the 12th hour, Israel will start the ceasefire. And upon the 24th hour, an official end to the 12-day war will be saluted by the world. During each ceasefire, the other side will remain peaceful and respectful on the assumption that everybody works as it should, which it will. I would like to congratulate both countries, Israel and Iran, on having the stamina, courage, and intelligence to end what should be called the 12-day war. This is a war that could have gone on for years and destroyed the entire Middle East, but it didn't and never will. God bless Israel. God bless Iran. God bless the Middle East. God bless the United States of America. And God bless the world." I'm so happy that cooler heads prevailed. I will say, I'm happy that cooler heads prevailed. And the reason why I say that is as follows. Because he told us that he didn't want a ceasefire. That was caught on record 12 to 24 hours ago. So what it looks like is somebody in Trump's inner circle convinced him that he was wrong. So that's good. I'm really happy that a cooler head in Trump's inner circle convinced Trump that he was wrong. And then Trump also said on Truth Social that if there was any attack or retaliatory offense from Iran, then he would launch larger attacks back on them. And we saw the retaliatory attack from Iran towards America earlier today. And we, of course, are not seeing any larger counterattack on them. So once again, it looks like somebody in Donald Trump's inner circle said that that's not something he should do, which is good. So it actually looks like, as it stands right now, that cooler heads have prevailed within Donald Trump's inner circle. Very, very interesting. However, Iran says they have not received any ceasefire proposal. Senior official says we're going to have to keep up to date with that. And I'll probably make a video on that later. London, thank you for the $25 over on PayPal. I appreciate you for that. And Kara with a 3. Feel free to unmute that mic, Brian. Take it away. Brian has no clue how to unmute. Phenomenal. All right, let's go and get that next guest up in the box, everybody. We're going to go to get Dylan loaded into the stream right now.
Yo,
Hello?
bro, did you just hit a vape?
I don't do that at all. Stop it now. Moving on to the next guest. Here we go, everybody. If you're a part of the 21,000 people in this stream right now and you support Trump, let me know down below. We'll get you pulled up here. Everybody, just give us a minute. We are going to go and get Sophia loaded into the stream, and we might even quickly record a video and throw it up. In fact, we might actually do that right now. Let me go ahead and see if Parker would like to come up real quick to maybe do a debate while I film and post a video. Let's go ahead and give him a ring. Let's give Parker a ring. Everybody, we're going to go ahead and give Parker a ring right now. In the meantime, everybody, make sure that we are double tapping on that phone screen. We are giving Parker a ring to see if you'd like to come up onto the live and maybe have a debate here real quick while I record and post a video, just to inform people of the ceasefire. So let's hope that he answers the phone, everybody.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, I got you on live. By the way, thought I'd let you know. I was wondering if you might want to come up for a little bit. I got to record a super quick video to throw up, and I was wondering if you might be able to cover me. If you are busy, no worries at all.
Yeah, here, give me one sec.
The man of the hour, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate you, Parker. Take your time.
Yeah, I have time. I'll join in for a second. Just give me like 3 minutes.
No worries at all, Parker. Thank you so much, man.
Of course, bro. I'll see you.
Dude, put in the work. We could hear the background noise on his mic there. It honestly sounded like he was in some public place. So that's awesome. We're going to go to move on to the next guest. Let's go to get the next guest up in the box right now. We got Kavian loading up right now. For the 20.4 thousand people in the TikTok live stream, make sure that we're double tapping on that phone screen and sharing out this live with a handful of friends. What is going on, Kavian? Do you support Trump?
Oh, I totally do.
How old are you?
I am 19.
Okay, and why do you support the man, the myth, the failure, Trumpy Trump?
To be honest, this election, Trump's definitely not going to be like, the best candidate for the, to be president ever. Every president's going to have their downfalls. They're going to have, their uprisings, like Biden. Biden wasn't perfect, you know what I mean? But, as much as people didn't like him, he did do just a little bit of good.
Okay, so why do you support Trump?
I support Trump because I think the whole border thing, the whole border situation with Biden, I think that was a major downfall of
So you think
Biden.
that Donald Trump has better border policy?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. We'll name one of his policies that will effectively reduce undocumented entry in the long term. Take it away.
All right. I think with him reinforcing the border, putting the wall back up, saying, hey, if you're going to come in illegally, we're going to send you back. It's like putting
the wall and mass deportation. That's your argument?
Yeah. Yeah, no, like
okay, well, about the wall, he only built 50 miles in his first term, and then when the Biden-Harris administration tried to build more, they shot him down, so I don't think that's a valid argument. And then about the mass deportation, name one good outcome of mass deportation on American society.
Okay. All right. So with illegal immigrants coming in, you got hold up. Chill. I'm on the spot right now. I didn't expect to be on the spot. Anyways, with the illegal immigrants coming in, I do think that as America as a country looking around at other countries, like you said it before, just because everyone else is doing it, we have to do it. I mean, like, it's just border security. It's like, for example, when Iran threatened to activate all their...
Can you answer my question?
What was your question?
What is one positive outcome of mass deportation on American society?
Wait, say it again?
What is one positive outcome of mass deportation on American society?
All right. It creates a cleaner environment. You don't have as many... Chill, bro. Chill.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean it creates a cleaner environment?
Okay, so when you come into the country as a documented immigrant, okay, say they...
That's like Nazi rhetoric. That is completely a racist dog whistle.
No, if they're a criminal in another country and they come into our country to seek asylum just to get away from the law, you know what I mean? That's not fair.
Is that mass deportation is good because it reduces crime?
Yeah, it reduces criminal immigrants.
That's actually not true. So mass deportation creates more crime by weakening the economy, increasing poverty, which then leads to increased levels of crime.
Wait, hold on. Explain to me how it increases poverty.
Yeah, by weakening the economy. I mean, undocumented immigrants, if they're deported tomorrow, the GDP would fall by around 1.1 trillion through 1.7 trillion dollars of annual growth, as well as it would cost $2 trillion over the next 10 years by removing 8.3 million laborers from our labor force and 12 million consumers from our consumer base. Of course, that would increase crime.
Yeah, but how hard is it to just come into the country legally?
Okay, so then you're completely now pivoting and you're saying that you support mass deportation even though it increases crime. And that's outrageous, okay? Because we still can't identify any positive outcome.
No, hold on, chill. Okay,
Chill.
with legal immigrants coming in, okay. If they it's really not like there's
Parker?
steps.
I'm looking for Parker here.
There's steps to becoming like a
Okay, so
citizen.
you're
of the
just,
US, right?
I want you to tell me one positive outcome of mass deportation on America, you piece of shit. Why do you keep avoiding the question?
Whoa, piece of shit.
Yeah, that's right. I'm pulling out the big boy terms against you. Get cooked.
Cooked. No, that's just
Yo, hey,
like
Parker, I really appreciate you for being able to cover me. It should only be like literally a minute or two. Thank you for taking some time out of your day. I'm just
that's totally fine.
I'm just gonna go run, use the restroom real quick, and then it'll take me like a minute after that to record the video. So I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, you're totally good.
Thank you, man. I'll be RB.
Of course. All right, everyone. Also, I just want to let everyone know I will be on probably here at like 4 o'clock. So I got like 40 more minutes and I'll be on. But what's good? What are you talking about? It sounded like you were talking about immigration, right? Yeah. So like, what about immigration?
Okay, so we're talking about how reinforcing the border and all that has a positive outcome for the U.S. and all of its citizens. And I was arguing that.
Do you mean like you want to enforce the law?
Yeah, no, like not necessarily. No, enforce the law like by like I'm all for immigration. You know what I mean? Like,
so can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why are you currently on an illegal app?
I'm on an illegal app right now?
Yeah, this app's currently illegal, and it's just not being enforced by the federal government because of Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump just doesn't want the law to be enforced.
Why are you on a legal app then?
I don't care about the law specifically just being the law. I care about whether or not it's morally wrong, right? And clearly it's not morally wrong for me to be on TikTok. I don't think TikTok should be banned, so I obviously don't think it should be enforced, right? Similarly, in this scenario, right, if anyone's in the country undocumented, has not committed a violent crime or bad crime, I don't think that specific law should be enforced in deporting them.
First of all, I didn't even know TikTok was. I'm gonna fact check that. I don't know.
If the TikTok ban, it's literally illegal.
I knew that happened, but I didn't know that it was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like obviously, given that it's true, you wouldn't think it's wrong to be using TikTok right now, right?
Yeah, no, but that's like totally different from immigration. Like I said, like I'm totally for immigration.
So just because something's a law doesn't mean it should be enforced, right?
Well, no, it's just coming into a country documented, so that way we know like what your intentions are. Like if you're from like a freaking gang and from another country and you just committed a bunch of crimes, murdered a bunch of people, and you come to America undocumented because you just had the opportunity. It's not really fair for the American citizens to have to deal with it.
Well, I just want to let you know, it'll make it easier for law enforcement to identify anyone who's coming to the country with nefarious means if it is the case that you make the legal processes significantly quicker and faster, right? Because if that is true, well, then more people who have not committed violent crimes or bad crimes would go through that particular process. And that means less people proportionally who are going through the process undocumented would be going in for good reasons. So it'd be easier for law enforcement to identify anyone coming for nefarious reasons.
That didn't make sense.
Dean recording the video is so funny, dude. Yeah, you heard that. Oh shit.
No, anyways, I like I said, I do think that like with Trump reinforcing the border and giving him like repercussion for coming in, like, hey, if you're gonna come in illegally, these are the repercussions. You know what I mean? It's like it gives them something to stop and think about before they end up coming in with their family. And then
I have a question. What's the point of the immigration process? Is it to like make the country safer?
Yeah, no, it's that way we have like a thumb on them, so that way you know what I mean. Like it's just like me and you are citizens of the U.S., right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if me and you commit a crime, okay, then they have our social security number, they have all this information on us so that they can track us down. You know what I mean? So if me and you kill someone, then they know they can put the puzzle pieces together a lot easier on us. But with an illegal immigrant, they don't have any of that information.
Undocumented immigrant. I mean, again, in terms of just having an SSN, again, the way to like specifically resolve that is to say any undocumented immigrant in the country who has not committed a violent crime or bad crime should be given a pathway to citizenship. Because if you don't do that, well, then you're incentivizing to them to stay in a situation where they're going to be exploited, they're going to be negatively treated, right, in the country because they can't particularly tell authorities, otherwise they'll be deported. Does that make sense? Like,
No,
I think mass deportation actually is the reason why we have this issue.
No, that makes sense, and that's like my buddy. My buddy, his mom is from Peru. Okay, she came in on a visa. You know, she was a student. She was going to a local college around us, and she went through all the steps. She became a citizen, and she never had to face any of those problems. And still this day, she's not worried at all. In fact, she actually supports Trump. Okay.
So on average, it takes several years to be able to get into this country legally. That shouldn't be the case, right? Regardless of whether or not people in the past have gone through the process and it took longer for them, it doesn't mean it shouldn't take longer for people today. That's like that age-old meme that because it was hard for me means it should be hard for you, right? That's not like a good argument at all. That's not good reasoning. I don't think you would apply that in any other circumstance.
No, and I agree with you on that. Like I do think that the whole entire system could be shortened so that way it's a little bit easier. You know what I mean? I feel like big part of the reason why it takes so long is just because they're just so they're not really paying attention to that matter. You know what I mean?
Paying attention to what?
Just how long the process it takes to become a legal citizen of the U.S. I feel like if they, you know what I mean, they could resolve something on that to make it just a little bit easier. You know what I mean? So it doesn't take years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's not what Republicans are doing. That's not what Trump's advocating for. Watching Dean bring up the fun up and back it down is really funny.
No, and I think, like I said before, before you came on, every president, not a single president in the history of the U.S. has been perfect. Every president has had their downfalls and their uprising. But in this case, I do think with the immigration, the process and the time it takes to become a citizen, I do think that could be resolved. But like I said before, the illegal immigrants coming into the country is still a problem.
Okay, and the only reason it's a problem is that they don't have access to a pathway to citizenship. That's the only reason. So again, mass deportation is not the way to resolve the problem that exists. And also, I don't think this problem is the problem that Trump is identifying. The problem is that the system takes too long to get into the country through legal means, right? And it specifically is not meant to make it safer for everybody, right? When the process is meant to make it safer for everyone, right? Including immigrants coming to the country.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing though, is if you're just gonna jump to conclusions and you're like, all right, well, instead of going through this process, I'm just gonna go through like every action has consequences, right? And so if you're gonna go into a country illegally instead of just taking the time and the effort to become a citizen, then there's gonna be repercussions for that.
Okay, again, so so how is it making the country safer to deport someone who has not committed a violent crime or bad crime?
Okay.
Genuinely.
So here's the thing: is because they came in illegally, we have no idea what their criminal status is. We have no idea.
I understand. If you give them a pathway to citizenship rather than deporting them, wouldn't that make it easier to identify them?
That's the thing, though. Is if we don't have all the resources to just
wait. You know that more immigrants coming to our country increases our productive capacities, right?
No, it does. But that's the thing, though. Is we have to put a filter down first. We can't just be like, all right, just start throwing citizenships out like they're just cash.
Okay, so you're saying, so would you be okay with 1 to 3% population growth per year?
Yeah, well, I'd say yeah.
That's 3 to 10 million people, so that's a hell of a lot more than what we're currently allowing.
I don't know. I'm from a rural town, so I don't know about I don't know, especially with all the development around our cities and stuff. I mean, I'm not saying we shouldn't grow as a country, but I'm just not too fond of the idea of more people.
Well, what's wrong with more people? Well, you would want more people to have children, correct?
Here's the thing. I'm from a rural town.
And people are leaving your city.
Yeah, no, I fish and I hunt pretty often. You know what I mean? Every year. And there's just becoming so many people that it's just you can't really do that anymore. It's just becoming more and more of a tale.
Okay, so you think there's too many people in your small town?
No, I'm not saying there's too many people now. I'm just saying if we keep there's only so much land in the U.S. obviously, and so
I'm sorry. Do you think more people coming to the country is going to mean that we don't have enough land? What the hell? Have you driven around the United States of America?
Yeah.
Hello, dude? There's so much land. What are you talking about?
No, that's my point. Is there's the whole, I don't know if you've seen it, but a senator from Utah had proposed the idea of what's it called? Not selling necessarily, but auctioning off. That's what the word I was trying to find. He proposed auctioning off a good portion of BLM land because it's just he quoted it as a bunch of unused land that we could use. And someone like, I'm from...
Are you talking the Bureau of Land Management, you mean?
Yeah, the BLM.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's all...
So you're saying it's unused. So how... You mean the nature reserves?
Yeah, so basically everything that is public to the citizens of America because BLM has set that aside.
By the way, when you say BLM, everyone thinks of Black Lives Matter, so just say Bureau of Land Management because people are going to be confused.
All right. So anyways, I think, like, as someone who's from the Western United States of America...
Like, are you just saying you want to gut all the national parks?
No, I don't want to gut those.
We don't need to. We have a hell of a lot of space. Dude, Dean, this guy's saying that we can't allow for more immigration because it is the case that we don't have enough space.
Whoa, that's not what I'm saying. We
don't have enough space in the U.S. Yeah.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I'm not fond of the idea, but like obviously it's not realistic. Like,
do you think that we should like limit the birth rates of citizens because we don't have enough space for new citizens?
That's some stuff China would do.
Wait,
that's just like some communism stuff. Like
can you define communism?
They're too overpopulated.
Can you define communism?
Okay, communism is basically when you have a authoritarian dictatorship where they basically define all the rules, and if you don't follow those rules, then you're fucked.
Okay, that's not what communism is, okay? Not at all. Like, you have no clue what communism is. Communism is a stateless, classless, moneyless society. The Chinese Communist Party does have a one-party control, and they are authoritarian, right? But that doesn't mean that their economy is communist, just clarifying. Secondly, like, bro, you thinking it's just an authoritarian dictatorship? Well, then Donald Trump must be a wannabe communist then, because he wanted to be a dictator on day one.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I've been seeing this argument like everywhere. Like,
dude, Trump is a wannabe communist under your view, dude.
No, and that's like I don't understand. Like, just like explain to me like why you believe that.
Why? You just based upon your own reasoning. You just said that communism is saying that like is essentially just dictatorship. Trump wanted to be a dictator on day one. That means he wants to be communist day one, right?
No, he doesn't want to become a dictator.
Wait, if I can show you the audio right now of him saying he wants to be a dictator on day one, well, then you're saying under your view that he's saying he wants to be a communist on day one.
When you assume the position of a president of the U.S., you know damn well nobody's going to let you become a dictator. If he was really a dictator, he would have been impeached. He wouldn't he'd be out of there.
He's a wannabe dictator.
I don't think so. I do think that,
well, like I said, why did he say that he wanted to be dictator on day one?
I think he just wanted to fix a lot of problems that a lot of things that he thought was a problem that Biden introduced.
And what did he fix?
He definitely set a hard boundary on the border.
Oh, yeah. What did he do? Name what he did.
Okay, so basically he put a new border czar in. Okay, the border czar is a lot more rigid.
What's his name?
I can't even remember his name. It's like something like it's something like it's definitely an American name.
Wow, it's an American name.
No,
dude. Wow.
Dude, I know you know what I mean. Like American name.
Yo, this guy's cooking. Holy shit, this guy's on it.
Dude, this guy's locked in. I tell you, he's locked in mentally, bro.
Yeah. By the way, we got the video out. So like, I'll just kind of repeat what the video I just posted was about. So there was an announced ceasefire between Israel and Iran. 24 hours from now, apparently, according to Trump, the war should be over. I'm hearing about some like preliminary reports that like Iran doesn't know anything about it. But I will say, if this is true and accurate information that is being relayed to us by Trump, good. If it's not, then we will know in 12 to 24 hours. Bada boom, bada bang.
Wait, I also want to know, like, real quick.
Kat, thank you for the star map.
All right, say it real quick, because then I am going to go. I'll be on in like 20-something, 25 minutes or so.
I really appreciate you for being willing to come up here and cover me, Parker. You're such a G for that. Like, I seriously really do appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you. I'm just happy you didn't lose viewers. Dude.
No, dude,
I'm happy we at least went even, okay?
You're doing great.
All right, just real quick before you go, I want to know, like, what is your guys' stance on, like, the whole Iran situation, like, where we went in and just bombed their nuclear facilities?
I just think it puts us at risk of global conflict, and it's also puts us at risk of like economic devastation, huge recession. I mean, if the strait was cut off completely,
Yeah,
like that's going to be a recession for our country for sure. That could be
Right.
stagflation.
Right.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree.
Right. And like, listen, like even if like the ceasefire agreement is true, it rings out and it works, dude, the possibilities of all the negative outcomes were just unreal, which made it a very bad idea. And like, even if the ceasefire does work out, like we know it's because cooler heads prevailed in Trump's administration and convinced Trump of a different perspective. Because Donald Trump explicitly said that he didn't want a ceasefire agreement like 2 days ago. Donald Trump called for a regime change, saying make Iran great again. Donald Trump said that if they strike us, we're going to strike them back harder. So if it is true, if it does work out, if the war is seriously over in 12 hours, like I'm really happy that cooler heads in the administration prevailed and convinced Trump of a better perspective. And that's going to be the best possible outcome that we'll see in the next day.
Yeah, no, I think honestly,
all
I think
right, Kevin. I mean, I'll be back on in like 27 minutes. You might even still be on the live. So
Yeah, appreciate you for coming up, Parker.
I'll see you. But by the way, unknown, thank you for the $25, and Dewana, thank you so much for the $20. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, bye.
Hey, see, dog. Anyways, okay, I think the whole thing with the whole Iran situation, I think it definitely could have been played out a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like it definitely was a surprise to the American citizens. It was like all of a sudden, just one day, it was like, oh, damn, we bombed Iran. You know, but I do think that the nuclear facilities and like them produce or not producing, but trying to produce nukes, I do think that definitely had to be taken care of.
Okay, all right. Well, I appreciate you for coming up. I'm going to move on to the next guest, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Cease.
All right. We're going to move on to the next guest. Everybody, if you are in the box, make sure that you're at least 18 years old. We're going to move on to the next guest. Sorry, maybe that was a little bit rude there just to end the conversation, but he was talking to Parker. So we're just going to go find somebody new to talk to. Maybe I'm getting a little bit tired out. Maybe I need to take a little bit of a break. Maybe I need to take a little bit of a break. Who knows? All right, let's move on to the next guest, everybody. We got them loading up right now. Devin, welcome into the live. Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Oh, that would be a child, a baby. Moving on, everyone, just give us a minute. Yo, Brianna, thank you so much for the $10 over on Venmo. Huge shout out to Brianna. They say, please check Discord DMs. I believe I found the folks behind the fake Facebook page, and they'd be happy to discuss. Yeah, they reached out to me. So, yeah, I'll be talking to them very, very soon. Let's see here. Michael, thank you so much for the $20 over on Venmo, saying owning MAGA. Thank you, Michael. Let's show some love to Michael down below. And Frank, welcome into the live, man. Do you support Trump? And Frank isn't even here, so we're going to move on to the next guest right now, everybody. Give us a minute. We got Kevin loading up into the box. Here we go. Owning MAGA. That's right. That's what we're doing. Kevin, what's up? You support Trump? And Kevin's gone too. Come on, guys. What? There isn't like a... I'd expect like there to be a shit ton of Trump supporters that want to come up here and try to own me because Donald Trump achieved a ceasefire, try to make an argument out of it. Own the liberal, say he's pro-peace, good for conflict. Come on, guys, run it on me. Where are you all at? Like right now you should be repping your guy, so I could come up here and refute you. I mean, this is like the best ammo that you've had in the last 150 days.
Hello?
What's going on? Do you support Trump?
Hi, yes.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
You're 29. Why do you support the man, the myth, the failure, Donald J. Trump?
Basically for like a very narrow reason. You know how you're usually talking about like the Overton shift and that things are shifting in like the Dems' favor?
Are you...
Sorry about that. It was blowing my nose. Okay. Is this better?
Much better. So why do you support Trump?
Yeah, so you know how you're always talking about the Overton shift, how things are always shifting towards the left?
I don't really talk about the Overton shift or the Overton window frequently. I know what it is, but I don't talk about it.
Well, basically, I think the pendulum is just swinging in the wrong direction.
Okay, this is not giving me an explanation at all.
Basically, I mean, you saw how Obama was elected, right? And, well, maybe, I don't know how old you are when that happened, but...
Why do you support Trump today?
Because things are shifting in the wrong direction.
Oh, and he's going to make them shift in the right direction?
No.
Okay, so he's just going to allow things to continue to shift in the wrong direction? So then why would this make you support him?
It doesn't.
Okay, so then why do you?
I don't really.
Then why did you request?
I don't know.
Goodbye, Daniel. Goodbye, Daniel. Moving on. Here we go. What the hell is going on, dude? What the fuck is going on? Hey, man, if you're watching and you want to support me, you can find my Venmo, my PayPal, and the link tree in my bio. 100% of the proceeds over on these platforms. I think if I missed your donation because I was recording that TikTok, first and foremost, I'd like to apologize. And second of all, thank you for the love. But let's go to get that next guest loaded into the live right now. Go ahead and drop a MAGA attached to your age down below. We'll get you pulled up onto the stream. Everybody. Caden, thank you for the $10 over at Venmo. Saying keep up the good work, man. I appreciate that. And then C, let's see here. Thank you so much for the really, really cool motorcycle, as well as the Galaxy. And Amir, thank you for the 14 Canadian dollars over on YouTube Super Chat. Cameron, welcome in. How old are you?
Good, man. I'm 25.
25. Do you support Trump?
I do. I do a lot more than these last few days.
Oh, God. Why do you support Trump?
Well, he's taking care of a lot of things that the Democratic Party couldn't.
Oh, okay. Like what?
They tried for years.
What
couldn't.
are you going to say, Border?
Well, do you have a problem with Iran being bombed?
Yeah, no, I did. I didn't like that. That's right.
You do like that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. What did you all do?
Yo, Leanna, thank you so much. Lennon. Thank you so much for the really cool unicorn. That is phenomenal. Thank you for the love, Lennon. Show some love to Lennon down below in that comment section. That is awesome. So
y'all done?
Yeah, can we? Y'all done? Y'all done? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Get all mad, start dropping F-bombs, cussing. That's what the Democratic Party does. But so the last 16 years, the Democratic Party has bombed Iran.
Last 16 years, the Democratic Party has bombed.
Well, it's all been ran last 16 years by the Democratic Party. They bombed the shit out of Iran. Mm-hmm. And first off, I thought you were for women's rights, gay rights, and every other right along with it.
Ran by U.S. Let me look at this. I know that like our Congress has talked about like bombing.
They bombed Iran last 16 years. Every single Democratic Party has dropped bombs.
Are you talking about like when we were like at war in the Middle East, like before Biden pulled us out?
No. Well, we were in a war. We're not in the war anymore.
Right. So like that, we didn't want to do that again. And I'm not sure. I'm not.
Do that again.
Are you
How
sure?
long have we tried to negotiate with Iranians?
Are you sure that we bombed?
With Iranians?
Are you sure that we bombed Iran after 2015?
Obama, Biden
dropped bombs on Iran.
There were bombs dropped in Iran. Yes.
Sure. Could you give me some information on this?
You can look it up. You're online right now, aren't you?
I have a feeling that you mean to be saying Iraq.
Maybe I am.
Probably. Okay. You're thinking of Afghanistan and Iraq.
Right. Yep. Terrorist organizations that house terrorists.
So now that we've got that out of there, the next thing you asked me if I support women and gay individuals. Yes, I do.
You do. Okay.
Right.
Do you think Iran supports gay rights and women's rights?
So like the terrorist government they have? Absolutely not. No.
Okay. What do you think the U.S. is after? The civilians or the nuclear power?
So they were after the nuclear facilities. However, I don't think that that's a good thing because of the rebounding effects that this could have on the rest of the globe, as well as what the long-term implications of this would be and what their response and retaliation could be directed towards us. And also, just a last factor, if you'll let me finish, is like what leads to the overthrow of like these like authoritarian regimes is destabilization in the region. And we destabilize the region by bombing the fuck out of it, by declaring war, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, I think that's really important to keep in mind. But like we absolutely can agree here that the like leadership of Iran is like very, very bad, right? I mean, like they weren't democratically elected. They couped the government in like the 90s. Like they still have the death penalty implemented for children, right? And honestly, like Iranians agree with that too. Right, but I don't think that this justifies. But I still don't think that this justifies strikes on the country for like the reasons that I just pointed out.
Okay, so you make it sound like on your lives you just against bombing anything against Iran. You want Iran, they chant death to America. It sounds like you're pro-Iran.
Wait, would you be okay with nuking North Korea right now because they also chant death to America?
Well, Ukraine has nuclear weapons.
Answer my question. Oh, wait, Ukraine doesn't have nukes.
They enrich themselves and they have stuff to lose. Iran is a terrorist organization, or they have so many terrorist organizations in Iran.
So would you be okay
And
with
they have
bombing
nothing
North,
to offer.
Would you be okay with bombing North Korea, wiping out all of their nuclear abilities right now, today, because they chant death to America?
I can't remember one terrorist attack that came back to North Korea in the United States.
So you're saying that he bombed Iran because of terrorist attacks in America on behest of the
Saying they're
Iranian
trying to
government?
enrich. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there's been how many.
Then I'm confused. Does anybody understand what this guy's saying?
Okay. How many times has Iran
is how you pronounce
Iran.
There you go. So how about we just restart?
led terrorist attacks in the United States?
Why? I'm unsure. Why do you support Trump?
I'm telling you, I'm trying. I'm not here to. I'm trying to wonder. I'm support Iran or Iran.
Iran. I know, but like
It seems like you're just against bombing Iran. When Kamala was running for
Kamala's how you
president,
pronounce her name.
all she said to Iran was don't. Was she just gonna bomb him like Obama did and kill a bunch of citizens, including 2 U.S. citizens when he bombed them?
Okay, so you're all over the place. Can we please get our shit together here and try to figure it out? So why do you support Trump?
Economy, national security. What are you shitting about?
You're just all over the fucking place. You're all over the place. First, it's like, are the strikes on Iran justified because of their government? Then, are the strikes on Iran justified? All right, because of terrorist attacks, or they're close to nukes, or Obama, or Kamala Harris, or Biden, and bombing Iran, but it's not Iran, it's Iraq. And then when I tell you I don't support it, you don't respond to any of the reasons I gave you. And then me asking about North Korea, then you're like, but Ukraine and enrichment of uranium and economy, dude. Holy shit, we are all over the place. I think that we just need to calm it down, take a beat here, regroup, and restart. Because you're everywhere all at once. Okay? So just take a breath, restart. Why do you support Trump? Now he's gone? Hello? Are you here? He's gone. Where the fuck did he go?
Oh shit, I muted myself. My bad.
Well, you're back now. That's what matters. So let's calm down. Let's take a beat.
Okay, well,
let's go one argument at a time. Give me your first argument why you support Trump. After I thank Lennon for the Leon the Kid. Thank you for the love, Lennon. Show some love to Lennon down below in that comment section. Thank you so much. Now take it away. Give us one reason why you support Trump as president.
He has a backbone. The economy, national security, immigration.
Bro. I said give us one reason to start with. Okay, I want to go through one topic. Let's have a nuanced, flesh out conversation about one reason. So pick one of the reasons on why you support Trump. Take it away.
National security.
Okay, so why do you support Trump as it relates to national security?
We want documentation, and we want to know everyone who is in the United States, whether it's through a visa.
I want to know everybody that's in the United States.
Yes, correct. Why wouldn't we not want to? Have you seen Mexico right now?
Okay, no. Let me talk. Okay, no sidetracking. I want to try to keep you on track with one topic at a time. We're not going to talk about Mexico. We're going to talk about your claim that Donald Trump wants everybody in America to be documented. Do you think that mass deportation is the best way to go about achieving that goal?
Yes.
Okay. I disagree for so many reasons. Here's why I disagree. An alternative.
Give me three with reasons.
I'll give you significantly more than that. I'll give you significantly more than 3 reasons why I disagree with that. I'm probably going to give you closer to 10. All right.
Nope, 3. Started going.
I'm just chill out. I'm going to give you my argument. If there's 3, there's 3. If there's more than 3, there's more than 3. Shut the fuck up. January, thank you for the dinosaur. But anyways, an alternative to mass deportation that we could use to identify every single undocumented immigrant in this country is going to be mass amnesty, right? So now we need to have a discussion of what is a better means to achieve the end goal of documenting and identifying every single person in this country, either mass deportation and mass amnesty. Well, I split it up into a couple different categories. The first category is going to be economically speaking, which plan is better. The second category is going to be ethically speaking, which plan is better. And the third category is going to be practically speaking, which one is better. So to start with the category of economics, okay, mass deportation hurts the economy and mass amnesty helps the economy. We could go over reasons why, so mass amnesty wins there. The second category of ethically, okay, well, it's obviously more ethical to offer individuals a pathway to residency or citizenship. RMD, I appreciate
We're
you
not
for
offering
baseball.
it. They're coming in.
Offering individuals a pathway to residency or citizenship compared to deporting them and sending over the border. And one scenario of mass amnesty, all of a sudden you're giving them the ability to make more money because they have more bargaining power. You're giving them the ability to have access to social safety nets. You're giving them the ability to legally drive a car, get a loan to buy a house, right, which is going to promote a better quality of life for them. Via mass deportation, that's going to promote a worse quality of life. So ethically speaking, mass amnesty wins there too. And the last category is going to be practically speaking. Well, mass amnesty also wins in the practical category since it would be easier to do, since the 10 million undocumented immigrants in this country would be more likely to cooperate with it. So for that reason, because mass amnesty only yields positive outcomes for this country in all three of those categories, and mass deportation only yields negative outcomes for this country in all three of those categories, I'm led to believe that mass amnesty would be a preferable alternative to identify every single individual in this country. Ruling out mass deportation is good/effective policy.
U.S. citizenship isn't up for a bargain. It's not something that's owed to anyone. It's not something that someone can just come in and have. It's something a lot of people who are legal worked years for to get. And it's super disrespectful that you Democrats think anyone can just come in and have that.
Okay, so I want to clarify that your response to me saying that mass amnesty is good for this country, it makes the economy better, it's significantly more ethical, and it's significantly more practical. Your response isn't to reject either three of those claims, but your response is to rather say that blah, 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 blah. I'm an American last... Shut the hell up. Blah, 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 blah. I'm an American last loser that drives my ideological foundations based upon hate, bigotry, and prejudice. And I don't think that we should do mass amnesty, even if it's significantly better for the economy, significantly better ethically and practically speaking, even though the alternative of mass deportation would destroy this economy, increase poverty, and increase crime. You still think that those negative outcomes are preferable because at least they align with your prejudice and bigotry. Is that your position, sir? Is your position that what
you
is...
You keep turning my fucking microphone off.
Because you're interrupting me like a little kid.
Yeah, because you won't let me fucking talk.
You could talk. I just want to make sure that your position is that you want to go along with it. So I just want to clarify. I just want to clarify your argument. I just want to clarify.
You keep fucking blabbing on, dude.
Oh, you don't even know what the fuck you're saying. Oh, he's crashing out. The little boy's crashing out because he's getting pissed because I'm demonstrating to over 20,000 people live.
You muted me like 7 times now.
So this little boy is now crashing out and getting pissed because I'm demonstrating that in a nutshell, his argument is he wants what is worse for this country because at least it aligns with his bigotry and bias.
He's a little boy.
I'm not
used to like scam people on TikTok, acting like a little fucking
I'm not calling you a little boy because of how many times you've been around the sun. I'm calling you a little boy because of your lack of mental acuity.
You want to
and high
talk about
level of
national security? I'm talking about national security. It's
right. We are talking about national security, and I'm giving you an alternative plan to mass deportation.
Wants to know who is in their country. It's not race. It's not racist. It's not fucking anything. I don't know what you
Mass amnesty would identify every single person that is in this country. Mass amnesty would document every single person that is in this country. And it is better than mass deportation because unlike yielding negative economic outcomes, negative ethical outcomes, and negative pragmatic outcomes, it yields positive economic outcomes, it yields positive ethical outcomes, and positive pragmatic outcomes, meaning that it is not only aligned with the goal of identifying every person in this country, but it also furthers our country and positions us better on the global stage, leading to lower levels of poverty, higher qualities of life, expedited GDP growth, and better ethical outcomes for every person in this country. But yet you reject it because you're an American-less loser that chooses not what aligns with what is best for this country or anybody in it, but rather what aligns with your biases, your bigotry, and your prejudice, right? You don't care because as long as we get the undocumented immigrants out that don't have English as their first language or aren't white, guess what? That's a winning plan for the country. And it's not anger. It's not madness. It is passion in the fact that I'm absolutely grilling your ass and exposing you for the
Look at the
fraud
comments,
you are.
bud. No, you're not. U.S. citizenship is not up for bargain. Republicans have no problem. We actually love legal immigration. We know immigrants are a core to this country, but illegal immigration is not okay in any country. No country at all. Why do you think it's okay in America?
Okay.
What's wrong with you?
So now you're equivocating, and I'll explain your equivocation if the angry...
I'm all good with illegal citizens.
That's your first interruption.
I know many that
Can I
went
respond
through
to what you
years
said
of
now?
hard work.
Well, let him yap.
No, you can yap. You've been doing it enough. You've been muting me. Keep yapping.
Great. So you just
That's all you do for fucking 10 hours a day.
So you just equivocated between what I said, which is mass amnesty is a better plan to resolve the issue of the fact that there's undocumented immigrants that are in our country, and you equivocated.
The process to
and now
enter
you're
a
interrupting
country
me again.
legally. I've entered other countries.
Do you
legally.
possess the
I
same
didn't
level?
overstay my
Okay,
visa.
he's still doing the interruption. Go ahead.
I didn't overstay my visa in any country I've ever went to. I didn't want to stay in any other country I went to. They wouldn't want me to stay in any other country. The government would kick me out if I overstayed my visa. You get that? You been to other countries?
Just let me know when you're done then.
I'm all done. You can fucking blab for a minute.
Good boy. Anyways, I'm going to go back to what I was
Boy,
saying.
dude.
Now
I
you're
just seen that
interrupting me
TikTok.
again.
You were
Jesus
sitting in a
Christ.
shitty rental with a fake $1 million in your bag, acting like a little prince. Keep talking.
Fuck yeah. I'll say to you what I said in that video. Your ego's the problem. Get fucked. Now I'm going to
My
respond
ego
to-
ain't the problem. I just got off 10 hour
my
shift. My bills are
lordy
paid.
Lord. Jesus Christ. What is this guy doing?
Keep going though, bud. Let's hear it.
Do I need to mute you so you won't interrupt me?
Dude, you muted me 10 times when I'm talking.
So should I do it again?
Like you do to everyone, and then you just delete them.
Should I do it again?
Take them off your chat when you're losing. Yeah, no, I'll quit. You can talk, bud. Don't worry about it.
There we go. Finally. Okay. So I gave you an argument to demonstrate. Okay. He's still doing this shit. Cameron, what are we doing?
We're talking. Go on. You good
Okay.
boy.
If you do it again, I'm going to place you on mute so I could speak without interruption. Now, if there's anything else that you want to say,
Hey, bud, I'm
so you
muted.
don't feel
Go
an
ahead and
inclination.
talk.
Jesus Christ, dude. Everybody watching, this is the shit I deal with all day, folks. This is the shit I deal with. It is outrageous. You know, honestly, if this doesn't work out for me, a really good alternative career would be an elementary school teacher. Now, the reason why I say that is because I am more than qualified.
First off, your
to
first
deal with
TikTok
children.
career didn't work out. That's why you made a new fucking
Well,
TikTok.
bam! He's on mute so I could respond to what I said. Here we go. So, you said that your goal here is national security, and you think that we should identify every single person in this country, and you think the best way of going about, don't interrupt me, the best way of going about doing it is mass deportation. Okay, I said absolutely not. A better way to go about identifying every single person in this country is mass amnesty for 3 categorical reasons. It's better for the economy, it's better for ethically speaking, and it's better practically speaking. And I gave you reasons why. After I gave you reasons why, you did not respond to any of them, but you rather said, well, we just shouldn't do it. Nuh-uh. So that's when I retorted by saying, well, basically what you're telling me here is you're okay with enacting policy that actively erodes the foundation of this country, weakens our economy, is worse ethically, morally, and practically speaking, as long as it aligns with your biases and prejudices. Once I said that and called you little man, you then get pissed and started blabbering on, and then the final equivocation that you made that has gotten you to the position you are into today is by saying, because I support mass amnesty, that must mean that I support undocumented entry into America. So that's actually not true. We should reduce the amount of undocumented immigrants coming into America and offer mass amnesty for those that are already in America. Wow. And the way that we should reduce the amount of undocumented immigrants coming into America is by removing that incentive, by making the legal means of entry into this country better. I hope
So
that
we
was a
should close
very
the
well
borders.
overview of
Nope, close the
exactly
borders.
why you are wrong and
Let's start on this.
exactly And now I want you to go ahead and respond to those reasons, critique them, and tell me why I'm wrong. But what I don't want you to do is just simply make a new point and detract from my response there. What I don't want you to do is to ignore everything I just said and keep blabbering on your mouth. I very specifically want you to respond either A, to the reasons that I gave that mass deportation is better than mass amnesty for the country, as well as identifying everybody in the country, and B, how I was able to debunk your counter response as an equivocation, because no, supporting mass amnesty does not mean you support undocumented entry into the country, and C, just make sure to stay on track. Take it away.
Do you think Republicans, what do you think? Do you think we don't like Mexicans? We don't like other foreign, what do you think? What are you thinking right now? I can't tell.
Lennon! Thank you so much for the leopard! Oh my God, Lennon! Thank you so much for the leopard! Can we please get 500 Lennon W's down below in that chat for the leopard? Literally right the fuck now. That is craziness. Thank you, Lennon. And then also, everybody, the guests did exactly what I said that they would do, which is to ignore everything I just said and start blabbering their mouth about something new, because they're way in over their fucking head and they have no clue what to respond because they're really stupid. But Lennon, seriously, thank you for the leopard.
I'm asking you.
Also, Caden, shut up. Caden with a $10 over on Venmo saying, keep up the good work, man. I appreciate that, Caden. Myra, shut up. Myra with a $25 over on, shut up. Myra with a $25 over on PayPal to continue the scam. Thank you, Caden and Myra. As well as Eliza, with a $50 donation over on Venmo. Thank you so much for the love. And for an explanation of that Ceasefire, please go to my recent video. Thank you for the $50, Eliza.
Viewers for money.
And Ashton, thank you for the $25 on Venmo, saying thank you for everything that you do.
Hey guys, I appreciate almost 1,000 what is that, likes or gifts?
Thank you, Caden, for the $10. Eliza with the $50. Ashton with the $25, and Caden with the $15.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate everyone so much for the love, as well as Lennon once again with the
but hey, Dean, let's talk.
Crazy. Sorry, I was just thanking all my donors. That apparently
me too, dude. I'm fucking booming right now. I can't believe it. Thanks, guys. So, what are you thinking? You think the Republicans do not like what are you thinking? They don't like Mexicans. They don't like any foreign people in the U.S. You think Republicans just want people who are born in America? What do you think, dude?
Okay. Well, I do believe that the ultimate reason why the right supports mass deportation is not because it furthers our country for the reasons I already granted, but rather because of racist societalization that has taught them that it's good for the country, which is ultimately rooted within bigotry, xenophobia, and racism. Absolutely. If you'd like to prove me wrong, you could do so by critiquing the line of reasoning.
How about you move to a different country and try to protect?
So if you'd like to prove me wrong, feel free to do so by critiquing the line of reasoning that I granted to you that demonstrates that mass deportation only yields negative outcomes for America.
Move to a different
mass
country
amnesty
and
only
try to
yields positive outcomes for America. Thank you, sir.
Illegal immigration. No other country would have that, Dean. Okay. You're lucky to live in America right now. Because if someone like you was in Iraq or Mexico, they wouldn't like you. Okay. Surprise.
Okay, great. So you're basically saying that America shouldn't be the first to implement.
America is a land of the free, and that's what we are defending right now.
I have a question, because every other developed country in the world has universal health care. Do you think we should have it too?
Iran is finding out why we don't.
Can you answer my question?
Health care.
Can you answer my question?
And not every other.
Can you answer my question? Because every other developed country in the world, every other developed country in the world. Think Spain, think Portugal, think France, think the UK,
not true
think
at all.
think Norway.
You think
think
Russia's
Switzerland,
country? Do you think Ukraine is?
think
What do you
Italy.
think's developed
Come on,
country? 'Cause
bro.
that's not
Every
true.
other developed country in this world has some form of socialized healthcare
Keep
that they offer
lying
to their
to
citizens.
delusional
Canada.
fucking viewers, Dean, but that is not true.
Oh, so the little boy's getting pissed because he's having to confront reality. Well, guess what, bro? I'm not like you. I don't build reality off of my beliefs.
No shit,
I build my
look
reality.
at you, bud.
I build my beliefs off of reality. So I'm so sorry that you're throwing a goddamn temper tantrum on a live just because you can't respond to the facts that I'm providing to you, such as all the facts that I gave you to demonstrate that mass deportation is an American policy that destroys our economy, is regressive for human rights. Okay. It was my little sissy feelings when I told you that there's 8.3 million undocumented workers in the labor force that are more likely to contribute to the labor force due to the fact that more of them are of working age, and that if we were to remove them all tomorrow, it would reduce our GDP by 1.1 through 1.7 trillion dollars per year. That was just a little sissy feeling that I gave you.
America.
Was that just one of those little sissy feelings that I gave you?
Unfortunately,
No, answer my question. Was it a fact or one of those quote unquote little sissy feelings? Please tell me.
I know you don't have a real job or work fucking a 5 to 9.
Oh wait, this isn't a real job.
The legal workforce hurts the American.
Wait. Answer my wait. This isn't a real job. This isn't a real job.
No, dude. Look at you.
What's a real job?
Well, what?
Muscle Miami, thank you for the $15 over on PayPal, and Colby with the 25. I appreciate you guys. Colby and Musty Miami, I appreciate you guys so much. So then, what is it? What is it? Did you say a 5 to 9?
So most people don't get to sit on live and thank fucking people for $20 every 10 minutes.
Well, I'm gonna thank Elsie for the $5 on Venmo. Wait, if a
lot of people go to work every day and get taxed out of the check, pay taxes, and work with many races, not just Mexican. I don't know what.
Okay. What the fuck? Okay, Mexican individuals are not relevant to my question. I don't even know where that came from. What the hell? I asked you to tell us what a real job is. Do you want to try it again? You jealous little twerp. Because obviously, the only reason you were directing all of this hate towards me about it's not a real job and about the donation sitting on my ass is because you're
Everyone's
fucking jealous.
just looking at Dean before his little phase right now. He had a different phase before this.
All right, so what's a real job? And also, like everybody that's a part of my community knows everything about my
people
past.
with fake money in a fucking shitty rental, bud.
Okay,
Not doing
so then
TikTok in your fucking rental apartment.
Could you give me a definition of what a job is?
Well, a job.
Abigail, thank you for the $5 over on Venmo for the job.
You make money, but don't act like you're better than the next guy when you sit at your
So
fucking.
so what's a job? Define it.
Well, I don't need to. You know what that is?
Oh, I don't. Well, wait. Oh, wait. Whoa. I don't need to. Haven't you guys been the one screaming down the throats of everybody on the left to define woman for the last 4 years? How do you know what the term means if you can't define it?
Followers for money. And then deletes and blocks and mutes people.
Diana with the $5 over on Venmo. I really appreciate you for the love, Diana. Everybody show some love to Diana down below in the chat. I smell jealousy, Kaden.
When I'm working in the factories in the U.S.,
can you please show some love? Could you please show some love to Deanna for the $5 over on Venmo? Or Alexander for the $10 on Venmo, saying congratulations for the fake job.
Bedroom on TikTok, looking at fucking one-sided media.
Colleen, thank you for the $5 over on PayPal just to piss Cameron off. Yo, could you show some love to Colleen for the $5 just to make you mad?
Dean, I'll show you
Amanda
some
with the
love.
$5 over on PayPal for the fake money. Love you, Dean. I love you too, Amanda. Could you say thank you, Amanda? Or what about Lovey? Thank you so much for the $15 and Serena with the $5. Show some love to Lovey and
Are we done with
Serena.
this? What? You want to talk anymore? What about Iran?
Michael, thank you for the Michael, thank you for the $10 over on YouTube Super Chat, and Strickland and Soul with the $20 and Zachary with the $5.
Are you mad we bombed Iran?
Destiny, thank you so much for the $5 over on PayPal. That was the first question that you asked and I answered. William, thank you for the $5 over on PayPal for the fake job, as well as Kelly with the $5 hired by the American
You
people.
didn't answer.
So I'm still waiting for you to tell us
some fucking nonsense.
I'm still waiting
after you're Googling everything right in front of you because you actually don't know much.
Mm-hmm.
You just follow what the news tells you and what people like, as I've seen from your last TikToks.
Yes. So I am still waiting. I'm still waiting for you to respond to the argument I gave you about why mass deportation is bad for America. You have not addressed it once. Why is that?
Mass deportation is not bad for America. It's good for America.
So
we need that. Every country needs it. Every country uses it. Okay. And Barack Obama and Joe Biden deported more people than Trump did, motherfucker. What are you talking about?
So I gave you very clear reasons why mass deportation is bad, and you have not addressed, responded to, or acknowledged.
Your reasons don't mean shit. And you think I listen to your reasons?
Okay. Well, then I want you to prove that they don't mean shit by debunking.
They don't mean shit.
Then
Look
prove it by giving me an argument.
What do you pay for gas?
Adriana, thank you so much for the $10 over on Venmo. Matthew, thank you so much for the $35 over on Venmo, saying fuck this beta. Yo, cook Matthew. Eat it with a galaxy.
Laugh with all your
Jessica, thank you for the $50 over on Venmo for the fake job. Jesus, Jessica, show some love to Jessica down below in that chat. Holy
Show some
cow.
love to Jessica. She's probably a minor, but she tips me out of her fucking mom's pocket. Dean,
why are you crashing out on Jessica now? Haley with the $5. Yeah, here, thank you for the $10 over on PayPal to make the crybaby more angry. Yo, you hear
I'm sitting here trying to talk to you, and you're just denying it, thanking other people, talking. You don't want to
Emily,
talk
thank
about
you so much
nothing.
for the $10 over on Venmo saying that your guests make me nauseous. Yeah, well, I mean, this
You
little-
like
this
the
little
money
fucking
your
bad.
delusional supporters give you,
Yeah,
but you
I love
know
it.
the
Kayla,
Trump
thank you for the $5.
administration's doing
Thank you for
good.
being a delusional Trump supporter. John with the $5. Thank you for being a delusional supporter. Erica with the $15 for the fake job and grifter tax. Erica, I'm so happy that you're a delusional motherfucker. Thank you, Erica. Could we get some W delusional Ericas down below in that chat right now? As well as some W delusional
Thanks,
Shelby's for
Erica,
the $10
for paying my
over on
bills. I
Venmo.
couldn't do it myself, so I got to ask other people.
Muscle Mommy with the
Fucking
$5 over on Venmo. Miles for the $20 to pay the bills. Thank you, Miles.
20 bucks pay the bills.
That's right. That's right. What about Mary with the $25 on Venmo saying that you were crashing out, or Elizabeth saying, quite frankly, get a real job. Thank you, Mary and Elizabeth. You guys are paying the bills. Thank you so
Literally, I
much.
appreciate you guys. Yeah,
Jessica with the $50 over on Venmo. Thank you for the $50, Jessica, as well as Samantha with the $5.
I always support the less fortunate. So people gotta support people like you, you know.
Name one thing that any Republican has ever done to support the homeless.
Well, I can tell you a few things I've done.
Now, name a policy passed through Congress by the GOP geared and designed to help low-income Americans.
I can tell you what I've done to support the homeless.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you to name a policy that Trump's passed that's helped Americans.
Well, if I had Google right in front of me, unfortunately, I'm walking around my kitchen trying to cook dinner, but...
Get fucking cooked, buddy. Taylor, thank you for the $5 over on Venmo on behalf of Cameron running his mouth. Get cooked, buddy. You're done. You're cooked. You're over. You're over, kid. Yeah, you fucked yourself there. Yo, Cameron's over party. Cameron's over party. Holy shit. So do you actually want to try to respond to the reasons that I gave you why mass deportation is bad? Or are you just going to continue to be an IDIOT?
Why is mass... Okay, first off, can you respond to this? What country allows
Vanessa, thank you so
illegal
much for the $5
immigration?
over on PayPal. And Morgan, thank you so much for the $10 over on PayPal. I
Oh,
really
wow,
appreciate
not
that.
answering
And
that.
yo,
Super funny.
Pooja, thank you for the $40 over on Venmo. I
Move to
really appreciate you so
Mexico,
much for
move
the
to
love.
fucking any other country.
That is incredibly kind of you, POOJA. Thank you so much for the love. You are awesome. Thank you for the $40 and Hannah with the 5. Honestly, we're just going to go to kick them and move on to the next guest. This next guest will likely be the last conversation of the night, everybody. Octavio, thank you for the $50 over on PayPal. Thank you so much for the love. Let's go to get that next guest up in the box right now. Now we just kicked that shithead out of here, so... that guy sucks. Holy shit. That guy was so insufferable. Oh my god. Oh my god, that guy was so insufferable. Ken, thank you for the $20 over on YouTube Super Chat. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much, Ken. And Elsie with the $4.20. If there's anybody that I missed there, I do apologize. I do apologize. As well as if there is... I think because there's a lot of donations coming in there that I wasn't able to get around to any of the messages attached for the most part, especially if they were over on PayPal. So I do apologize for that, but just know that I really do love and appreciate you guys. As well as Catherine, thank you for the $33 over on Venmo. Shout out to Catherine down below in that chat. And Susan with the $20 for kicking that guy off. I appreciate that. Susan and Catherine, you guys are awesome. We are going to go ahead and move on to the next and maybe last guest of the night, Mr. Nick. So everybody just give us a minute to get that next guest loaded up. And here we go. I am getting reports that that guy was an abuser. Oh, what the fuck? He is an abuser, multiple assault charges. He's from my hometown. So there's somebody in my Discord that is saying Cameron is from their hometown and that he's a known abuser with multiple assault charges. Oh my God. Multiple DUIs as well. See, I feel like those people, just keep them locked up, man. Keep them locked up. I'm not gonna lie. Is that controversial? Is that controversial, everybody? Like, if those things are true, keep them locked up. What's going on, Aiden? Do you support Trump? All right, Aiden's not here. So...
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 19.
Great. What year were you born in?
2006.
What month?
April.
I don't trust it. I'm sorry, man. I don't trust it. I'm sorry, man. Let's go and move on to the next guess. Here we go, everyone. What's going on, Gimme? Do you support Trump?
Absolutely.
How old are you?
27.
Phenomenal. All right, you're probably going to be our very last guest of the night here. Go ahead and take it away and tell us why you support Trump. But maybe real quick before you do, Carly and Edgar, I appreciate you both for the $5 over on Venmo. Evan with the $5, Audrey with a 10, and Viv with a 5 as well. You guys are so incredibly kind. I really appreciate everyone so much for the love, as well as Shannon. Dude, Shannon with the $100 donation over on PayPal. Shannon, that is crazy. Thank you so much for the love. Let's get 1,000 Shannon W's before we hop into this next conversation down below in that chat, literally right now. Show some love to Shannon, saying schooling MAGA. Thank you so much, Shannon. You are phenomenal. Show some love to Shannon down below while we hop into this next debate, as well as we are going to get Parker up in the live. So feel free to take it away. Gimme, tell us why you.
Oh no, not Parker. No, it's a good faith debate. Good faith. I've been watching you guys for quite a few years, but yeah, I mean, basically support Trump on deportation, Iran, LGBTQ, pretty much all around.
Okay, what do you want to start with?
I mean, whatever you want to. It's up to you.
No, it's up to you. You got to give us your first argument. Take it away.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll just go, I guess, recent. The Iran attacks, I guess, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a war. I mean, he doesn't have a congressional sign, and we're not in an act of war. It's just bombing nuclear enrichment sites.
We bombed them. They bombed us. That's war.
They didn't bomb us.
Yeah, they did.
No, they sent bombs to Qatar. The bombs got intercepted.
I know, but just because the bombs didn't land doesn't mean that they didn't try to bomb us.
No, absolutely. But at the same time,
like if Russia launched a nuke at DC right now, but we intercepted it, would that mean war?
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Right, there you go.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But also at the same time, we've been trying to go the diplomatic route with Iran since Obama was in office, and obviously it didn't work out.
Because Donald Trump pulled us out.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, 2018, the JPCOA or whatever it is. He's the one that withdrew because it was a bad deal, according to him.
Okay, why was it a bad deal?
Huh?
Why was it a bad deal? Was it a bad deal because it had Obama's signature on it? Okay, while he's looking into that, Jay, thank you so much for the $50 over on PayPal. Thank you so much for the love. Roses are red, violets are blue. A debate without Dean or Parker is worse than fake news. Thank you so much for the love, Jay. Show some love to Jay down below in that comment section. As well as show some love to Tass for the $20, saying I feel like everybody you debate has been wasted lately. That is true, Tass. Thank you for the $20. And Lennon, dude, Lennon, you've shown so much love today. Show some love to Lennon for the Leon the getting in the chat. Lennon has been gifting it up all day long. Lennon, I love you. Thank you so much for all of your support. Show some love to Lennon and take it away, Gimme. Gimme, are you here?
Internet's being weird. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I know we withdrew in 2018 because it was a bad deal. But as far as all the other policies, I mean, I work full time. I don't, you know what I mean? And I understand you guys are, doing exactly what Charlie Kirk does, debating a bunch of people who can't really study this stuff full time.
Well, I mean, listen, we don't isolate for individuals that aren't like grown adults, that don't have a background in debate, etc. We actually allow anybody to come up onto these lives and debates, regardless of their background, education, etc. In fact, I mean, I even sent a very public tweet to a man with the highest recorded IQ in the world yesterday, asking him for a debate after he said he supports Trump. So I don't think that's necessarily the case. I don't think that's something Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, but I mean, high IQ. High IQ. I mean, the Oklahoma bomber had an high IQ. You know what I mean? Einstein level IQ. Doesn't mean he's right?
Well, obviously, I think that he's wrong because he supports Trump.
Are you talking about the Oklahoma bomber or Charlie Kirk? I'm talking about the Oklahoma bomber.
I don't know why you're talking.
You said you found the highest IQ person.
Yeah, like
Well, you're talking
there's
about
some
high
guy
IQ
that
people.
got like a 265 IQ on record, and he's been touting it over on Twitter, and he's tweeting about how he supports Trump and whatnot. I called him out to a debate. I don't think that's something that Charlie Kirk would do.
Well, to be fair, I mean, I don't really like Charlie Kirk, and it's just like I don't get into the whole
260 IQ.
Some crazy shit.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. This guy's been tweeting out the stupidest shit known to mankind. Honestly, I think it could just be fake, but like it's gained a lot of
Who is it?
attention. Like even Charlie Kirk has talked about it. I don't remember his name, but he was also tweeting out some crazy shit like as the man with the highest recorded IQ in the world, I think that God chose Trump to be president. But I mean, people are treating it like it's real. Like Charlie Kirk even made a video about it. Like it's been making rounds. Conor McGregor.
That's
out
so
there.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think I'm just behind. But I'm an anomaly. So I get behind the Trump traditional values, but I am also not religious. So I'm an agnostic Trump supporter, which is kind of hard to get by. You know what I mean? Can't really.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just I'm a huge supporter in family values. You know what I mean? Just like Trump was
does Donald Trump really like promote those family values when he cheated on every single one of his wives?
No, yeah. See, I absolutely don't agree with that. Just like how I get in arguments with my people in my Facebook group who they've cheated on their wives and I know about it. And
He was also held civilly liable of sexually abusing women. He also said he dated a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. He
Oh,
also
is he
bragged
not?
about walking into
Yes,
the changing rooms
yes.
of girls in Miss USA because he quote unquote owns the place to inspect them without their consent.
Yes, I've heard it, Parker. I've heard it. I know about you and Parker, or you and Dean. Been following you guys for a while, so I know all about that. But
Then what's the
again,
response
why
to
was
it? I understand you know about it. What's the response? How's that family values?
Why was he not criminally charged?
Oh
Because it is the case
shit!
that
Why
the
did it
statute, he's
come up?
past the statute of limitations.
There's no statute of limitations on rape.
Iran agreed to the ceasefire. Israel declined to comment.
Dang, is this happening live?
Yeah. Oh,
Dude,
you
that's
guys.
crazy.
So I'm not gonna make a video or a post about this until exactly 24 hours from now to see where things stand. At the moment,
see-
Donald Trump
sorry, go
says the war will be over. Oh yeah, Israel just has a great track record at honoring ceasefire agreements.
Also, I just want to clarify as well. This has nothing to do with the U.S.'s conflict with them, correct? Or is this also on behalf of the United States?
So it's a ceasefire between Iran and Israel, but I think it's implied that if the ceasefire is successful, that there will be no further American or Iranian towards
involvement?
American conflict or involvement. Yeah.
Do you think that was due to show of force from the U.S.?
So it's interesting that the U.S. is only involved if Israel's involved.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started on Israel. Why is Israel our greatest ally? See, that's where I can get. I support Trump, love Trump, but again, I mean, which politicians? I mean, even back when Obama was president, Israel's our greatest ally. Which I get. It's in the middle of the Middle East, so we're close. We can put bases there. You know what I mean? So we have a close ally. But it goes back to biblical times, and it just seems strange. You know what I mean? Like, why is Israel the greatest ally?
Oh, yeah, we
So do you wanna-
believe that.
Do you want to tell us why you support Trump? And also, Amelia, thank you for the $20 over on PayPal. That is incredibly kind of you. And Jasmine, thank you for the 10. But no, try to give us a reason why you support Trump. Take it away.
Oh, I mean, abortion, all that. Like I said, I believe in very traditional
she's-
values. Abortion,
Emily, thank you for the
immigration.
$20 over on Venmo. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Emily. So yeah, choose something to debate with Parker, and then honestly, after that, I'm probably going to end for the day because I'm over 4 hours.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, 4 hours and 10 minutes.
No problem, Dean. It's a pleasure meeting you guys, or meeting you, Dean.
I mean, should we just end now?
I don't think me and Parker have much to discuss because, huh?
Yeah, because he didn't want to respond to anything I brought up.
Yeah.
You? Me?
Honestly, I say, Gimme, I appreciate you for coming up. We're just gonna go kick you. I'll probably just kind of give some thoughts on what's going on in the world right now, everybody. And then I will likely hop off for the day. You can expect videos from me on TikTok and Instagram throughout the rest of the evening. I might do an update on where things stand with the ceasefire, etc. I will make sure I keep you guys in the loop. So the most recent reporting that we are seeing here is that Iranian officials have confirmed that there is an agreement for a ceasefire that has been reached. And yeah, however, according to the New York Times, Israel has declined to comment on Donald Trump's recent statement announcing the ceasefire agreement. and they're currently bombing parts of Tehran, like as we speak. So, yeah, but I mean, do keep in mind, according to the statement put out by Trump, it is the case that the ceasefire hasn't been enacted yet. So we are going to learn in the next 12 to 24 hours what the word is on where that ceasefire stands and if the war will be coming to an end. I hope that an agreement is made. I hope that the war is over, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So that's where everything stands right now. Parker, what are your thoughts?
Oh, sorry, I was reading this. My monetization got limited. I wasn't paying attention. I apologize. Can you repeat what you just said?
Oh, what are your thoughts on Iran, the update of the ceasefire, and where things stand?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, it seems like I would have expected that that we wouldn't get comment right away directly on like both sides' opinion, but I do think that like it's interesting that only Israel hasn't commented and Iran has already commented. So that's interesting that's the case. I also probably am gonna like wait to see like what happens, but I mean it's really good if there's gonna be a ceasefire, right? Obviously, we don't want a prolonged conflict within the region, right? That would obviously be horrible. So I would generally say a ceasefire is good, but I guess I just have to wait to see the reporting saying that both sides have agreed upon like what specific terms, right? How long is this going to last? Is it a ceasefire that's indefinite, or what are the conditions for it?
Right. So I guess we'll just have to see. But for everybody tuning into the live, give me 1 second to get my phone pulled up back on the TikTok stream. So
I am seeing some people saying in the comment section that that Iran officials never got a proposal, but I can try to look that up.
So that was the original reporting. However, it has been confirmed by senior Iranian officials that they have accepted it.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting that Israel hasn't provided anything yet.
Right. That's the thing. So Iran accepted it. Israel declined the comment. So yeah, that's where everything stands. But hey, for everybody watching, I am going to go ahead and end my stream for the night and go get a dinner. I am tired. I am so tired. Let me tell you, everybody, it's been crazy doing the streams and the videos and everything. My mind has been all on politics, and it's been pretty bad on the mental health. I literally rolled out of bed this morning, threw on this polo, walked downstairs, sat outside, recorded a video, got some food, went live. In the middle of the live, recorded a video. Geez, it has been taxing recently. But I will see you all tomorrow. Love every single one of you. If you are interested in watching some more debates, make sure to head over to @ParkerGetAJob on both TikTok and YouTube. And yeah, see y'all tomorrow. Go raid Parker, everybody. Parker, thank you so much for coming up, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day.
You as well, man. You as well.
All right,
have a good night, man.
Yeah.